Singing along to it now. We came really far from the last React video I did. Hi, welcome back to the Truth Doctor Show. My name is Dr. Courtney Tracy. I'm known as the Truth Doctor. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. And if this is your first time, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on any future reacts or psycho ed videos. Last week, I reacted to Taylor Swift's All Too Well short film. And I started off the video by saying, you know what, let me just show the clip. I am not a Taylor Swift fan. She's wonderful. I'm just not a girly girl, I guess. Yeah, so let me just, I understand that was a ridiculous comment to make. I think it's important that I state right here that that is not the type of ideals that I have. When Taylor Swift came out with her first album, I was a teenager, and that was such the type of language that was being utilized about Taylor Swift and her new career. Obviously, what we have seen in society and what I have seen over the course of watching these videos is that she is absolutely a genius, absolutely an artist.
And she is the moment.
Today, I am reacting to Taylor Swift featuring Chris Stapleton. I Bet You Think of Me, Taylor's version, the music video. At a wedding.
I will never forget the first time that I met you. I thought, wowza, that is the most beautiful girl in the world.
So he looks really nervous. Oh, now he's at the wedding. Looks like he's freaking out. There's Taylor. I love her attitude walking through all these people. Oh, he sees her. And he's looking everywhere for her. She knocks over the cake, the groom on the cake. I think what I like the most is that she's sort of acting like a kid here. She was often called out for her youth, just directly her age, and as if that meant that she was therefore not emotionally mature enough. So I like that she's playing on that. I think it's smart, and I think it's actually a good way to process somebody saying that as the main reason that they don't want to be with you, especially what she says in the All Too Well lyrics, where she says, I've never been good at telling jokes, but the punchline is, and obviously I don't remember it all the way, I get older, but all of your lovers stay the same age. So this is interesting. Let's keep watching. She has great lyrics right here. What she's doing is she's taking a look at the juxtaposition between his growing up in Beverly Hills in gated communities with people that had money and lived this more prestigious, intellectualized lifestyle, and comparing that to how she grew up on a farm, probably more family-based and emotionally tied. When people get into relationships that come from two very different backgrounds, and they're not aware of how those backgrounds can influence their perception of themselves and the people around them, there can be a huge discrepancy in relationships. And it seems like she was aware of how her environment affected her. She writes about it often. You can tell that she stayed close to her roots throughout her music, but it seems like whoever she's singing about in this video hasn't had a clear understanding of how their own background has influenced them, and still may be living in this egotistical viewpoint that the way that they see the world is the way that it should be. So it makes sense that they would have some struggle. Putting the scarf on her. Oh, and she says, thank you. Oh my God. I love this. He's freaking out and she falls. Oh, she's drunk. All right. Acting like a kid. This is so symbolic. Hanging out with the kids. How many people think about somebody else on their wedding day? How many people reflect on whether or not a different or past relationship that they were in could have ultimately been the one that resulted in marriage, but it didn't? I have had lots of people in my office who struggle with feeling as though they made a mistake in a past relationship and they wish that they could undo it. But the person that they hurt for one reason or another doesn't want to get back with them. And I'm wondering if this song the Taylor song where it says, we are never, ever, ever getting back together is about Jake Gyllenhaal as well, because the All Too Well song says that he reached out out to her again, and it just didn't end up working out. I'm trying to figure this all out. Give me any tips that you can in the comments. I feel like I need to keep diving into this, and I am absolutely becoming a Swiftie so fast. Oh, Taylor shows up in the dress. Is the love that you had. Wow. There they are, facing each other. I just love that she sees through a lot of society's expectations on relationships, because people often call out Taylor Swift on like, oh, she can't just like get over her relationships, or like, I can't believe she's coming out with these songs after all of these years. But she sees the world in a very particular way, and she doesn't believe in people getting hurt for unnecessary reasons. And it's clear that she's been hurt for reasons of unhealed other people. Of course, I'm sure that there's aspects of Taylor that have caused her to get hurt, as there is with every human being. But again, she has a really clear viewpoint on what it means to be an adult, what it means to be older, what it means to respect someone's belief systems. And yes, of course, she's going the route of making fun of these to a degree, having some revengefulness in this video to a degree. But this is her way of processing. So keep that in mind. Even as adults, we live make-believe fantasies of what makes us worthy and what makes us important and what love means to us. Yes, none of that shit mattered because you were with her. I'm harder to forget than I was to leave. Singing along to it now, we came really far from the last React video I did. Okay, so I'm falling in love with Taylor Swift. I get it. I get it. Organic shoes, $1 million couch. Yeah, see, she understands this. Directed by Blake Lively. Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary human beings, these women are coming for us. Okay, last thing I'm going to bring up about this music video was that line, you say she's insane, she wrote a song about me. That is so insightful also. I doubt that Taylor is unaffected by the things that people say, but I don't see her being affected in the way that somebody would be affected. One, if they weren't self-confident, and two, if they didn't have a really clear understanding of why the hell people do and say and believe the things that they do say and believe. She gets it. She's calling him out on the $1 million couch. She's calling him out on the organic shoes. She's calling him out on saying that she was too young by sitting at the kids' table. And she's calling him out by acting out in sort of immature ways, like ruining the cake and flipping him off and running away from him after they've had that moment in the middle of the dance floor. She's saying this shit's unacceptable and it was a load of bullshit. And, you know, I'm totally agree with that. As the no BS therapist, as the truth doctor, the truth is that, yeah, none of that shit matters. True love doesn't care about $1 million couch. True love doesn't care about organic shoes. And to a degree, true love doesn't care about age. They care more about emotional maturity and intelligence and how they can connect with each other. Those are really important things to pay attention to when you are thinking about your relationships, and whether or not the statements that someone is making to you should be actually something that you absorb, or if you can realize that it's from their own unresolved shit and that they see the world through a lens that you don't actually want to see the world through. And it sounds like that's where she was at. If you like this video, again, please subscribe, like this video, comment below. I know a lot of you wanted me to react to Mad Woman and Miss Americana, I think was the other one. So let's do a vote down below. Which one of those should I react to next? And let me know what your thoughts are on this video. I'd love to answer any questions. As always, I am glad you exist.